Vladimir Putin isn't negotiating peace. He's preparing for more war. That's the blunt assessment from US Senators Lindsey and Richard Blumenthal after their visit to Kyiv and high-level talks in Paris. With Ukrainian drone strikes now hitting deep inside Russian territory, the senators warn that a renewed Russian offensive could begin as early as late summer. The senators say they saw credible evidence on the ground, signs of Russian military buildup, intensified shelling, and trauma that echoes the darkest days of 2022. Their bipartisan call to action, a sweeping sanctions bill they describe as the harshest ever proposed by Congress.
All credible evidence of a summer, early fall invasion, a new offensive by Putin. He's playing the game at the peace table. He's preparing for more war. And I think the Senate is fed up with Putin.
The proposed legislation targets the economic arteries of Putin's war machine, slapping 500% tariffs on any nation still importing Russian oil, gas, or uranium. It's aimed directly at China and India, which together account for the bulk of Russia's energy exports. With the G7 summit just weeks away, the senators say the moment to act is now, to present a united front that stretches from Washington to Brussels. And they say French President Emmanuel Macron is 100% aligned with the strategy.
Putin is playing President Trump. He's taking him for a sucker. He is, in effect, stalling and stonewalling, prolonging the conversation so that he can mount this offensive and take control of more territory on the ground. If I were President Trump, I'd be insulted and offended by this affront personally, as well as to the United States of America. And America should be angry, deeply angry.
Despite overwhelming support in the Senate, President Trump has yet to back the bill. But Graham insists the legislation was crafted with Trump's advisors, designed to strengthen, not limit, the White House's hand. The senators also warned that failure to act could carry global consequences, emboldening Russia, weakening Western deterrence, and putting US treaty obligations on the line.
If we throw Ukraine under the bus, if we do not get a good deal regarding Russia-Ukraine, I'm not out to humiliate Russia, but a deal that ensures there'll be no third invasion and Ukraine can survive, China will see that as weakness. There goes Taiwan. Iran will be more provocative. So the idea that how this war ends doesn't matter is a huge mistake. Ending this war the right way makes the world safer. If you end it in a way like we did with Afghanistan, you're setting the world on fire.
As peace talks resume in Istanbul, senators say Moscow has offered nothing serious. Their message is direct and urgent: act now or prepare for a far more dangerous war down the line.